Right, y'all. My ankle today just dropped when I was doing athletics. It's dead now. But who cares about my ankle? We've got Roma in the Conference League on Thursday. Now, if you're ready for the Conference League's return, if you're ready for Roma's return in the Conference League after that drastic defeat against Bodo Glimt, make sure to smash the like button. Because after that Bodo Glimt match, no match can be considered easy. So, in this live stream, I'm going to give you a small preview of the match. Obviously, I'm going to say my predicted 11, which will start on Thursday against VITESSE at 7 p.m. Italian time, 6:45 p.m. Italian time, 5:45 p.m. UK time. It's a pretty odd, kickoff, but it's the same exact kickoff as we lost against Bodo Glimt. Now, everything links back to that defeat. But, yeah, I'm going to give you, my predicted 11. We're going to talk about VITESSE a bit more. And I'm just going to start off by talking about Roma's approach and Roma's mentality coming towards this match. Bear in mind that we do have some updates when it comes to the predicted 11, but we'll discuss the players. We'll discuss the topic of the players in a couple of minutes. I want to talk about the approach because, I think the approach to this match is a few weeks ago. If we were gonna play VITESSE, our approach would have been way worse. And I think we had time to get that approach back going, to get that momentum back going. And the wins against La Spezia and Atalanta, both only scoring one goal and both playing fantastically in the defensive section, have given us a boost and have prepared us psychologically to this match in the better way. Because before La Spezia and before Atalanta, which are last two consecutive wins, Roma was living a very tough moment. Roma was conceding a lot. We conceded 2 against Sassuolo, 2 against Verona. We were conceding a lot. We were having issues. We weren't winning anymore. And just our chances of getting even in a Europa League position were dropped. And that obviously gives a knock-on effect to the players because their mentality, if the results are not there, their mentality is poor. So the players were definitely, struck by this bad moment. And, I can't stress enough how much our last 2 wins have brought back that joy of playing for Roma, have brought back that fighting spirit that these players absolutely forgot about before these last 2 matches. Against Atalanta, I have seen one of the best performances in the last 3 months when it comes to fighting spirit. When it comes to getting there, and I think one of the players which we need to look at is Cristante. Cristante, yes, was atrocious. Not atrocious, let's not exaggerate. Didn't play one of his best matches against Atalanta. But his approach wasn't good to the match because he changed the way he played. Cristante against Atalanta was he's extremely slow, and I'm the first person to admit that. But he was playing in such an aggressive way that it also led him to a yellow card. It led to him having a bad match. Yes, his match was bad, but it resulted in a bad match because he tried something new. Kumbula is another very good example to look on. We talked about Kumbula yesterday. Kumbula has had just an increase in confidence, which I think he is possibly one of the few players to give a massive shout out in this team. Kumbula, if anyone is new here, is just subscribed, started the match against Bodo Glimt and concluded the match against Bodo Glimt. Therefore, he played 90 minutes, conceding 6 goals. And I'd say around 2 to 3 of Bodo Glimt's goals were Kumbula's fault. Kumbula, just the will of getting back, wanting more from this team, has increased a lot. And he is now one of our best defenders. Now, I think, we can point on so many different details, but there has been, and we are lucky that we're playing Vitesse now. Because, a couple of weeks ago, after conceding and not winning results, conceding a lot and not getting the results, conceding a lot and not getting the results, our mentality and our will to play a match against Vitesse in the Conference League in the Netherlands, in front of very fierce fans, in very cold climate, was absolutely disastrous. So it's extremely lucky that we've won the last 2 matches, because it just stabilizes that mentality which we definitely lost before the Atalanta win and before the last VITESSE win, when the fans were starting, to want more. And so I think there has been an increase. All we need to do now is continue with this consistency. One of the few things which this team is absolutely terrible at this season is maintaining that consistency. We won 4-1 against Atalanta. The match before that we won. Then we won 4-1 against Atalanta. After the 4-1 win against Atalanta, what do? We draw 1-1 against Sampdoria at home. You see, one of the key factors of why we've been playing extremely bad is that we are lacking consistency. This is a challenge for the players. You're coming from a win against La Spezia, you're growing more. You're coming from a win against Atalanta, you're growing even more. We can't allow ourselves to lose against Vitesse now, or otherwise all that momentum that we built, all that consistency that we're, which we just built, is going to drop again and get destroyed again and just be useless again. So it's important to get a good result from Vitesse, at Vitesse. It's important to try and win. Now it's a tough match though. Will we win? I'm not gonna focus on that now. We'll focus on that on Thursday. What the players need to understand now is that they need to keep up with the consistency, because if they don't, then bad results are gonna come again. And we are now at a stage where, like, realistically speaking, we cannot lose any more points in the Conference League, which is a definite objective for us. And now that we won against Atalanta, the Europa League and the slight thought of a Champions League spot are there. Are we going to be such morons to let these objectives slip away this easily? No, we can't do that. These are professional players. They cannot allow themselves. I've got objective to win the Conference League. I've got the objective of getting 5th/4th, giving that, I'm not saying getting 4th, giving that glance to the Champions League. That just puts to mind that from now on, in the Serie A and in the Conference League, we all need to play as if it was a fucking final. Because if we don't, we lose points. And if we lose points at this stage, it's basically, we can cut off the objectives. We are coming at a stage where it's so important to win. It's just important to stop losing points against useless clubs. And it's just a stage where we are coming towards the end of the season. I can't allow those objectives to slip out like this. So, the approach has definitely improved. Could be better. Everything could be better, Everything which builds up this team can be better. Yes, we won against Atalanta. Performances can even be better. But I think one of the few things which I think will give us a positive vibe coming towards this match is the defense. 2 consecutive matches, 2 clean sheets. Defense is looking good. And this is why, leading on to the predicted 11, I think from 2 consecutive wins, such a solid defense, coming from 2 clean sheets, I do think the module Mourinho will play with and start the match with will barely change. So, I do think we will start the same scheme, the same module as we did against Atalanta, because as I said, that fighting spirit that we had against Atalanta was good and was positive and was definitely good to prepare for this match. Now we have 2 question marks, which are bad question marks, because unfortunately these are question marks. So don't just think that these players are out for sure. These are just question marks. Mourinho needs to reflect on in these next 48 hours. Needs to reflect on these 2 players, because we have Zalewski, who obviously is our young star, who is exploding in these coming matches. Unfortunately, had got an ankle. You remember that where he started running in front of past the Atalanta defense, and then he slipped by himself. He damaged his ankle. He's got an ankle injury just like me today, and he is not sure if he'll play for this match. I do think he will not play because he's still evolving his physique. He's still fragile. He's still a young boy, so his physique isn't 100% ready. So I do think Mourinho will keep him. And the next question mark is actually Abraham, because Tammy Abraham got substituted off from the match against Atalanta because he had an Atalanta player actually banged his knee. I do think Abraham will be there. This is Mourinho probably knows this. They're discussing, but I've seen pictures on Roma social media, posting Abraham training with his team, which does suggest that he'll be ready for this match. But just bear in mind that even if he was gonna play, he's not 100% fit. And Zalewski, yes, he could play, but I don't think he will. Frankly speaking, let me get my paper to write my predicted 11. There we go. So, predicted 11. As I said, coming from a match like Atalanta, I do think not many things will change, if you ask me. So, I do think Rui Patricio will start and go. I mean, that's fairly easy to predict. Then, we were starting with 3 defenders at the back. Against Atalanta. Let me get the lineup against Atalanta back. We were playing with 3 defenders at the back. Now, something just tells me Kumbula will start again. Main reason being that he won't be available for the weekend for Udinese because he got booked against Atalanta and therefore it is disqualified. So part of me says yes, Ibanez plays, but the other half of me says no. Mourinho can't break this good rhythm from Kumbula, and if Kumbula starts, 2 matches without playing, then it could damage his form. So, both Kumbula and Ibanez could play, but Smalling and Mancini played well against Atalanta. So I do think we'll see the same defense as Atalanta. Kumbula, Smalling and Mancini. I won't get surprised if Ibanez gets in, but just for the reason I told you, Kumbula is not available for this weekend. So I just get the impression that Mourinho doesn't want his form to end because he's on a good form, so he needs to keep him active. Now our 4 midfielders, Zalewski, I'm not gonna put because, as I said before, he's not ready. But the real question here is, before getting onto this question, let me just put Karsdorp will start. Mkhitaryan will start for the same reason as Kumbula. He's on such a good form, and he did get a red card against Atalanta, meaning he won't be available in the weekend against Udinese. And Mourinho can't allow Mkhitaryan's form to end because he's such in a good form. So Mkhitaryan will 100% start. You can count on that. So I think Mkhitaryan will start. And I think Oliveira will start. Cristante did start against Atalanta, but Oliveira's back. Oliveira's got that good international, experience, and he can bring that massive international. It's his first international performance with Roma, with Roma, and he definitely knows how to cope with international matches, and that's why I think Oliveira will start. He threw Cristiano Ronaldo out of the Champions League with Juventus, with Porto. He played with Porto in the Champions League this season. He knows how to cope with UEFA leagues, with UEFA tournaments. So he'll start, even if he's not 100% fit. And then, you see, this is the real question. Because I can't... Part of me says that from now on until the end of the season, Mourinho has understood that the academy players are better than Viña, that the academy players are better than Maitland-Niles, that the academy players are better than other people. So part of me says another academy player will start this match. But at the same time, the other half of me says it's a UEFA tournament and these players don't have the experience. So Zalewski would have started, but unfortunately he's unavailable in my opinion because of his ankle problem. Therefore, I think, I could easily be wrong. Don't get me wrong, I think Mourinho in these last couple of weeks has, understood that the academy players are way better than some players in this team. But I get the feeling Maitland-Niles will start this match. I don't know why. I do think I have this feeling because Maitland-Niles has got that UEFA experience as well. He played a Europa League final with Arsenal. He's not great. And I think I totally agree with people who say that academy players are better than him, than Viña. But I think experience will play a big part in this match. And I get the feeling, yes, Viña can start. Yes, Felix can start. Maitland-Niles will start. Ainsley Maitland-Niles will start. I just feel this. It's just a personal feeling. I really do. So I would not get surprised if Felix start. I would not get surprised if Zalewski manages to be up for this match and play. I would not be surprised if other academy players start. But I think experience will play a big part. And this is why, I don't know why, but Maitland-Niles will start. I might be wrong. Let me know in the live chat right now who you think will play as a left back against Vitesse on Thursday. Then we have Pellegrini, obviously, will start behind Zaniolo for sure. What a match against Atalanta. And Tammy. Tammy does have a question mark. He did ask for a substitution against Atalanta because he wasn't. He had an Atalanta player. I think it was the same tackle as the one Demiral got injured. I think it's that same tackle. Tammy got banged his knee against an Atalanta player and has a question mark for this match. I do think he'll be available. As I said, I've seen pictures on Roma social media, seeing Abraham, training with his teammates. So I think he'll be ready. We've got more than 48 hours until the match. That's plenty of time to get back. So I do think he'll start. So just to recap: Rui Patricio in goal, Kumbula, Smalling, Mancini in defence. I won't get surprised if Ibanez starts. Maitland-Niles, Oliveira, Mkhitaryan, and Korsdorp as four midfielders. Obviously, Maitland-Niles and Korsdorp will run a lot. Vitesse is a team which plays fast football, just like Bodo Glimt. So that's another lesson we learned. Korsdorp and Maitland-Niles need to fucking run, because otherwise it's screwed. Pellegrini behind Tammy and Zaniolo, which I think Zaniolo will start. If Tammy was not gonna start, yes, Shomurodov, but I could also see Felix starting up top. But, I'm going to put Tammy. This is my predicted 11, so I think Tammy will be available. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was the match preview for Vitesse. If you want to know about, if you have no clue who Vitesse are, you have no clue what Vitesse is, then go back to yesterday's live stream talking about Vitesse, their team, their players, their manager, their fans. We talked about Vitesse yesterday. Today it's more about Roma, predicted 11, who will play, who will not play, the approach of our team on Thursday for AS Roma. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a good result. It's a tough stadium to play in. So, lads and lasses, I will catch you tomorrow for Mourinho's press conference reaction. If you haven't already, smash the subscribe button. We're getting in the juicy part of the season. You don't want to miss it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Even if you're a Vitesse fan, subscribe. At the end of the day, it's all about having a good old banter. So, subscribe if you're a Vitesse fan watching. If you're a Roma fan, obviously, you gotta subscribe. If even if you're an Italian fan who wants to learn English by supporting their team, this is the best channel on YouTube to subscribe to. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Smash the like button as soon as it becomes a video as well, and comment in the comments your own predicted 11 for Thursday against Vitesse. Follow me on Instagram at the Roma Guy Lower Score over there in the yellow box, and subscribe to my second YouTube channel. Link is in description below. Conference League is back. I'll catch you all tomorrow.